Hey guys, Chris Dunn here. Over the past few years, there's been a big wave of people chasing what's called the FIRE movement. That stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And I think it's awesome that more people are thinking about being financially free, but it's the retire early piece that I think can be a trap. Now, I actually achieved financial independence in my late 20s, and over the past few years, I've been semi-retired, really only working on the things I'm most interested in, and I've been spending a lot of time on my boat doing this. And as fun as it's been spending a lot of time on the boat, ever since COVID hit, I found myself in a funk thinking about pulling back even more on work and maybe even like retiring to the mountains. And I've come to some realizations about why I think fully retiring from working altogether is actually a bad idea and can be quite dangerous. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 3 dangers of early retirement that I've seen from my experience and hopefully save you from running into these problems. Now let's start by clearly defining a few terms. So we started with FIRE, so financial independence, retire early. But what does financial independence really mean? It's quite simple. It's where your assets can pay for your lifestyle. You might have a stock bond portfolio where you can draw down, it's called the 4% rule, or you get dividends or coupons where you basically live off of the interest. You could have real estate that cash flows, you might own interest in a business. But the idea is that when your assets pay for your lifestyle, that's financial independence. And retire early is really simple. It's when you either quit your job or you sell your business and you stop working before you're like 65. And now most people I talk to want financial independence, right? That should be the real goal because not everybody wants to just stop working. In fact, I think if you stop working completely, it's really dangerous. And that leads us to early retirement danger number 1, which is going through life without a purpose, right? This can lead to depression, bad behaviors like drinking too much, bad health, right? Leisure and relaxation are great in moderation, but it's empty if that's really all you do, right? Like it gets boring after so many days in a row sitting on the beach drinking Mai Tais. So why do billionaires still work? They don't have to, but they probably enjoy what they're doing, right? They've gamified their work. They're working for the love of the challenge or whatever game they're playing rather than just trading time for money. So my advice is to do something that you love so much that you do it no matter if you were broke or if you had $1 billion in the bank. The thing that I really love and the thing that I like to gamify is finding world-changing things to invest in, right? Different technology, things like Bitcoin, which helped me become financially free in the first place, helping others build wealth through investing in entrepreneurship. Those are really the 2 things that I enjoy the most that, again, no matter how much money I have in the bank, those are things I always want to do. I also really enjoy the process of creating videos, and honestly, despite all the BS that comes with playing the YouTube game, I really, really enjoy it. In fact, I get depressed when I think about a life not being able to do those things. So I'm probably going to keep doing these activities for as long as I'm physically and mentally capable. All right, and that leads us to danger number 2, which is unforeseen financial risk. I notice a lot of younger people often underestimate how much money they really need to have financial freedom. There's like a sub-genre of FIRE that's called lean FIRE, and these are people that are trying to retire on a shoestring budget, basically be ultra frugal and retire with as little amount of capital as they can. And while I guess it's okay, it's just really, really risky because a lot of times those people that are going for the lean FIRE, they don't think about expenses that maybe they're not paying for now that can be really, really expensive. For example, in the US, like health insurance, right? I know whenever I left corporate America in my early 20s to become an entrepreneur, I was blown away at how expensive it was. I was only paying maybe a couple $100 a month for insurance when I was working a job, but when I became an entrepreneur, all of a sudden it was like three or 4 times as much, right? Also, you need to think about things like market crashes, right? If you're living off of your investment account, what happens if the stock market has a 50% drawdown in a year? Are you going to be able to survive through that? Or just other big unexpected expenses, right? The younger you are, the more likely it is that you're going to have large unexpected expenses in your lifetime, and you need to be able to stress test that, right? So that's my advice, is to stress test your plan. What would happen if any one of these unexpected things happen? Medical emergencies, market crashes, right? Any black swan event that throws a wrench in your plans. And that leads us to danger number 3, which is becoming soft and irrelevant. Look, if you just stop learning and stop improving your skills in today's world, you become irrelevant. You're basically gonna lose whatever edge you developed with the skill set that helped you become financially free in the first place. So my advice is, if you're on your journey towards financial freedom right now, say you're not there yet, but you have the goal of early retirement, number 1 is make sure you understand what your real financial freedom number is for you based on your projected spending and stress tested scenarios. The second thing I'd say is, if you're unfulfilled with your current job, then start doing something today that you're passionate about now, so you're not lost and depressed when you are finally able to actually quit your job. And keep in mind that we only get one life, as far as we know, right? We don't want to waste it. It's too short to either work a job that you hate forever or to sit around doing nothing. In my experience, doing meaningful work is the best way to have a fulfilled life, period. And if it helps to gamify your income and wealth, go and have fun with it. See how far you can really go. You know, that's really what my focus is today, is just to see, like, how much can I grow? How much can I learn? How much wealth can I create? How many people can I also help create life-changing amounts of capital? And focus on keeping your mind sharp no matter how much you're working, right? If you're working a full-time job or if you're completely done, always learn, increase your skills, and just be curious about life. So I hope this adds some value and maybe some perspective to the idea of retiring early and how financial freedom and meaningful work is actually the real goal. And since I'm back producing regular videos like this one, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment with which types of videos do you want to see me do more of in the future. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.